Gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening.
Today we're diving into the top 10 MMA strikers of all time. These fighters have left their mark on the sport with their incredible striking skills, and today we're digging into these fighters' highlight reel portfolios and arguing why they should be considered amongst the top 10 in the world. Drop a like if you like this video, and let me know in the comments if you agree with my list, or if you think someone else should be on the list instead. Now let's get into it. Number 10. Kicking off our list at number 10 is Edson Jr. Barboza. Known for his lightning-fast kicks and devastating knockout power, Barboza has been a human highlight reel in the UFC. Who can forget his incredible wheel kick KO of Terry Etam? That moment alone solidified his place in MMA history. His Muay Thai skills are second to none, easily making him one of the most dangerous strikers in the sport. Amid the UFC's relentless pace and the recent influx of young talent, it's surprisingly easy to overlook the seasoned veterans who continue to make significant contributions to the sport.
Edson Barboza is a veteran. Edson Barboza has been there and done that. Why is he getting better?
Edson Barboza has managed to carve out an impressive career, defying the odds and logic along the way. Surviving in the UFC is no small feat, especially in its most competitive divisions. Barboza's longevity in the sport is something that deserves recognition. While many fighters begin to fade at this stage in their careers, Barboza continues to deliver spectacular performances, often against hungry up-and-comers eager to dethrone him. He's the real deal. Number 9. Coming in at number 9, we have John Bones Jones. While John is often celebrated for his wrestling and overall fight IQ, his striking can't be overlooked either. Those long limbs and creative techniques have left many opponents bewildered. His elbow strikes, spinning back elbows, and precise kicks make him a versatile and deadly striker in the octagon, leaving his opponents always on edge and wondering what he's going to throw next. Arguably the most naturally talented fighter to ever enter the cage, Jones boasts an impressive resume filled with victories over numerous legends, UFC Hall of Famers, and top contenders spanning 2 generations of light heavyweights. John Jones's UFC career has been marked by significant interruptions due to suspensions related to legal issues and positive tests for performance-enhancing drugs.
I was in a point in my life then when I was winning all these fights, finishing legends after legend after legend, just really in this position where I felt so untouchable.
Despite these setbacks, many still regard him as the greatest mixed martial artist of all time, and you have to acknowledge that his striking is nothing less than elite. Number 8. At number 8 on our list, it's none other than Mirko Cro Cop Filipovic. A former K1 kickboxer, Cro Cop brought his fearsome striking to MMA with tremendous success. His head kicks are legendary, often referred to as right leg hospital, left leg cemetery. His knockout of Wanderlei Silva in Pride remains one of the most iconic moments in MMA history. Unfortunately, by the time he reached the UFC, he was a shadow of his former self, a reality starkly highlighted in his bout against Brendan Schaub at UFC 128. The Croatian cop has been a permanent fixture in the sport for as long as I have been an MMA fan. There's no doubt in my mind he is one of the greatest overall strikers of the sport. No arguments necessary.
That was when Cro Cop was Cro Cop, man.
He was dangerous. He was
God.
that was a scary man. I mean, he had again one of the scariest tools to ever exist in MMA.
I feel like UFC fans don't appreciate the majesty that was Cro Cop in his prime.
Number 7. Number 7 on our list is Alex Poatan Pereira. A former Glory kickboxing champion, Pereira has transitioned seamlessly into MMA, showcasing his elite striking skills. His most recent knockouts of Israel Adesanya and Jamal Hill and his insanely quick rise in MMA prove that he's a force to be reckoned with. Pereira's power and technique make him a terrifying opponent for anyone standing across from him. Few athletes in mixed martial arts can claim a journey as extraordinary as Alex Poatan Pereira's. Transitioning from a multi-division kickboxing champion to securing titles in 2 divisions within the Ultimate Fighting Championship, all within just 8 fights under the UFC banner, is a feat that stands out. A notable statistic regarding Pereira's striking prowess is his remarkable significant strike accuracy of 62%, which ranks as the 4th best in UFC history. Given the immense power he wields, this level of precision means there's a very high likelihood that his strikes will always hit their mark.
the corner in Pereira's corner that round, one of his trainers was like, "You're losing this fucking fight. You need to knock him out in this round. You have to move forward. You have to throw punches and bunches. You have to throw combinations. Let your fucking hands go. You're going to be a world champion in 5 minutes." And then he gets up and goes out there, and it was seriously straight out of a movie.
Number 6. Coming in at number 6 is Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. With a background in karate and kickboxing, Wonderboy's striking style is unique and highly effective. His movement, precision, and ability to strike from unpredictable angles have baffled many top fighters. His fight against Johnny Hendricks showcased his striking prowess and solidified his place among the striking elite. Wonderboy's striking style can best be summed up as get in, pick off your shots, get out. He's light on his feet, so he has godlike footwork at times. He gives his opponents fits because his strikes come from all different angles, making him unpredictable and frustrating to trade with. A great example would be when he put all of his magnificent striking skills on full display against George Masvidal. Stephen Thompson not only is one of the best strikers in the UFC, he's probably one of the best strikers of all time if you ask me. He's also a really nice guy, such a nice guy that he holds the official NMF belt. If you didn't know that existed before, you do now.
You are literally the nicest person in the world. You deserve it.
I love it.
This is maybe a sign of things to come. First the NMF, then the actual welterweight title.
Yeah.
Before we continue to the second half of our list, it's time for this week's MMA debate. For this week's debate, do you think the best fighters always fight outside of the UFC? Or is the UFC offering up the world's greatest martial artists? Comment below and let us know what you think on the matter. I'll do my best to respond to every comment I can. Now back to our list. Number 5. At number 5, we have none other than the notorious Conor McGregor. Love him or hate him, there's no denying Conor's striking skills. His precision, timing, and knockout power have earned him some of the most memorable victories in MMA history. His 13-second knockout of Jose Aldo for the featherweight title is a testament to his striking brilliance. When Conor McGregor burst onto the global stage, his unique style quickly made him a significant draw. Beyond his sharp wit and tailored suits, McGregor's in-cage posture stood out. While not entirely revolutionary, his karate stance was unconventional, especially for someone who emphasized boxing. Yet, his wide stance and deadly left hand made him one of the most dazzling strikers in the sport. The brilliance of McGregor's movement lay in its simplicity. By utilizing a wide stance, he could effortlessly bounce in and out of range with fluidity. Some great examples of his spectacular striking prowess are his wins against the likes of Eddie Alvarez, Cowboy Cerrone, and Jose Aldo.
Truly believe we are all equal as human beings. If we are obsessed with something and we truly pursue our passion with everything we have, regardless of anything else, if you are obsessed, work hard, put in the time, you will succeed.
Number 4. Speaking of the Brazilian himself, our number 4 spot is Jose Aldo. A long-reigning featherweight champion, Aldo's striking is a blend of Muay Thai and explosive power. His leg kicks are particularly brutal, having famously dismantled Uriah Faber's leg in their WEC bout. Aldo's technical prowess and resilience have made him one of the most respected fighters in the sport by fans and other fighters alike. Let's begin with one of the most recognizable weapons in Jose Aldo's arsenal, his devastating leg kicks. If you plan to stand and trade with Aldo, expect him to relentlessly target your legs with powerful kicks. If you're aiming to strike Aldo, you're probably missing, and if you miss, Aldo is almost certainly countering. Once he starts countering, you'll likely think twice before trying to hit him again. This is how Aldo effectively stifles his opponents, reducing their activity and slowing the pace of the fight, not with sheer power, but with flawless technique and fundamentals. Number 3. The number 3 on our list has got to be the BMF himself, Max Blessed Holloway. Known for his incredible volume striking and endless cardio, Holloway overwhelms his opponents with relentless pressure. His fights against Jose Aldo and Justin Gaethje are perfect examples of his striking mastery. Holloway's ability to maintain a high pace and land significant strikes is truly remarkable, and his gas tank still seems bottomless. Holloway shattered the record for the most significant strikes in a single fight with 290, and he set another record by landing 134 of those significant strikes in just one round. Additionally, he holds the record for the most wins in UFC featherweight history with 15. Holloway's highlight reel is as endless as his endurance. It's not hard to see why the BMF is our number 3 pick for best MMA strikers of all time.
I always try to finish fights no matter what. If we fought to death, like if there's no time limit, there's no way. I'm gonna figure out a way and it make you quit.
Number 2. Coming in at number 2 is Israel, the last stylebender, Adesanya. A former kickboxing standout, Adesanya has taken the MMA world by storm with his striking skills. His precision, footwork, and creativity in the octagon are unmatched. Namely, his victory over Robert Whittaker to capture the middleweight title was a striking clinic, solidifying his place as one of the best. Israel Adesanya transitioned to MMA following an illustrious and triumphant career in professional kickboxing. This extensive and successful background solidifies Adesanya's reputation as one of the most accomplished strikers in the UFC, not to mention in the history of MMA. Adesanya has put on striking clinics against the likes of Robert Whittaker, Paulo Costa, and more recently, his super sweet revenge finish against Alex Pereira at UFC 287 in Miami. The stylebender may be a bit beyond his best years in the octagon, but he will most likely be the second best MMA striker we'll see for the foreseeable future.
This one has got to be the sweetest. They say revenge is sweet. You know me, I got a sweet tooth.
Real quick, before we continue to our number 1 spot, let us know which fighters you think should have made the list. And don't forget to comment below and let us know what you think about this week's MMA debate from earlier in the video. Now, back to finish our list. Number 1. And finally, at number 1, we have Anderson the Spider Silva. Often regarded as the greatest striker in MMA history, Silva's highlight reel is filled with jaw-dropping moments. His ability to evade strikes and counter with pinpoint accuracy was on full display during his reign as the middleweight champion. Fights against Forrest Griffin showcased his striking genius and helped to solidify his legacy as the greatest striker of all time. Anderson Silva's seamless and accurate striking, paired with outstanding footwork, rendered him arguably the most formidable opponent in the octagon. Silva's expertise in Muay Thai, along with his unconventional striking approach and razor-sharp precision, enabled him to dismantle his adversaries with punishing blows and make it look easy at that. His versatile skill set enabled him to control the tempo of fights and adjust to different opponents' styles, adding to his legacy as a well-rounded mixed martial artist. From his unforgettable battles with Rich Franklin and Chael Sonnen to his memorable showdowns with Forrest Griffin and Demian Maia, Silva's knack for captivating audiences with his unparalleled abilities and dramatic flair has cemented his place as a UFC legend. And there you have it, folks, the top 10 MMA strikers of all time. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the notification bell so you never miss an update. We post quality and unique MMA content every single week. So if you're an MMA fan, join us and let's talk MMA together. See you in the next one, and hey, here's another video for you to watch right here.